people ever look through you?
Depends what I've said or done.
They do when you're old. Maybe it's because they can't face the fact that that's what they'll become. So they're best to ignore you.
Well, that's not true of everyone.
When they notice you, you're treated either as a child or senile. And I'm not either.
No.
As long as I've breath in my body and my mind still works. Mind you, I do get a bit forgetful at times. I'm capable of looking after myself.
I'm sure you can do anything you put your mind to.
No. No. I need to be useful and needed. You need other people about for that. Age hasn't anything to do with that, has it?
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll just pull that over to support the elbows, eh? That'll be fine.
I think we need some more bandages.
Well, we've gone through all those already.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yes, all right.
Can I give you a hand?
Yeah, I want to talk to you anyway. Won't be a minute, Jim.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I won't be able to breathe.
Oh, I thought it might be a bit of an improvement, Money.
Oh, look, cut it out, B. It is a bit of an improvement. Oh, shut up.
It's enough out of you, Ferguson.
Oh, what are you picking on me for? Look, I said cut it out, B.
Don't shove me a great on. Can't you take a joke?
You shouldn't have pushed her so hard. She hit it.
Oh, she got her head as hard as a rock.
Break it up.
What's the matter, Mr. Fletcher? You've gone as white as a ghost. Hey, what's the matter, Fletch? A little bit of blood never hurt anyone.
There you are. Had you all fooled for a minute, didn't I?
If you think that that's funny, you've got another thing coming to you. I'll make you laugh on the other side of your faces. You're nothing but a pack of sick, revolting, disgusting women.
Mr. Fletcher, I demand an explanation of this immediately.
Good, I'm glad you came along, Mrs. Davidson. He just flew off the handle for no reason.
There must have been some reason. Now, what was it?
Well, I just spilled a little drop of mercurochrome and... Oh, Mrs. Davidson, I'm an old woman. He's got no right to yell at me like that.
There must have been more to it than that. Well, Mr. Fletcher?
I'm afraid I overreacted, Mrs. Davidson.
I see. Finish what you were doing, please. I would have expected something like that from some of the inmates, but not a member of my staff. All you succeeded in doing was making an absolute exhibition of yourself. It had better not happen again, Mr. Fletcher.
Well, well, well. So the big man's even afraid of them finding out about his little secret.
I just told him what I thought of him. Not enough to stop me going to uni. That guy's got a bee in his bonnet about people studying psychology. Must have something to hide.
Such as?
I don't know.
Look, just stay out of his way. You haven't got long to go.
I just don't like seeing him push people around.
B. Smith and her crowd can look after themselves. You know, university seems to have made you a lot stronger. Or is it just my imagination?
It's this place.
Yes?
A new prisoner's just arrived. Could you give her a medical now?
All right. You better tell the others to pack up.
Inside.
Karen! What are you doing here?
Oh, thank God there's someone in here I know. But I didn't know you were a crim.
I didn't know you were one either.
Come on. We'll have plenty of time to talk later.
I'll catch up with you later.
There's a smock behind the screen, if you'd just change it to that, please. Where do you know Karen from?
We go to the same lectures at uni.
Have you told Erica about leaving?
No, I was going to leave it until I got a definite date. Wouldn't harm to warn her, I suppose. Meg, has Jim been picking on any of the women?
He's strict, but I don't think he's singling anyone out.
Well, Karen seems to think he's got a special dislike for psychology students.
You've been listening to her quite a lot lately.
It's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Is it?
Your Mr. Fletcher doesn't seem as worried about you as you are for him.
You must have been awfully hurt to make you so bitter. Oh, I know yours must be a difficult job, but it doesn't make you any the less a human being. You must have some feelings, Miss Bennett.
How dare you speak to me like that?
I've been so lucky in my life, now I come to think of it. I've had so much love, more than most. If you're not careful, you'll be old and hard before you know it.
What made you say that?
It's an old saying.
It was one of my mother's favourite lines.
Some mothers do say these things because they care.
Oh, what would you know about it? Now hurry up, I've got work to do.
I've had few regrets in my life. I only hope you won't.
Look, I don't need a lecture from someone who's made a mess of their own life. Just because you're old, you think you can get away with saying anything. Well, not with me. You're just the same as anyone else in here.
Oh, thank you, Miss Bennett. You're the first person who hasn't made me feel different.
I was hoping we wouldn't get any more remand prisoners. We don't have that many single cells.
Well, there's that one in Karen Travis's block.
Oh, that will have to do. And they know each other. You feel like a cup of tea?
Oh, thank you.
Did Greg tell you he was branching out on his own?
Yes.
It's not going to be easy to find a good replacement. Not many doctors want to take on a position like this.
Thank you.
I know you told me once before it was none of my business, but it will be easier with Greg working elsewhere.
Well, we're not seeing each other anymore. We're friends, that's all.
Oh, I am sorry, Meg. You know, I often think about the women in here and how difficult it must be for them without husbands and family, but it's hardly any different for us.
Aid! Wait till I tell you about that Mr. Fletcher. He made a proper fool of himself in front of the governor.
I don't want to hear about that, Elizabeth. At your age, you should have more sense.
Oh, he'll get over it. You seen Miss Vernon yet? Find you somewhere nice to live.
Yes.
A room of your own? Oh, you better watch that. Suppose you forgot to take your medicine again.
I think I did.
God, who's gonna look after you if I'm not around? I'd like a nice room of my own. All my own things around me. Haven't got much, but still...
Oh, you'll have a room to yourself after tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't sound quite so good now. I don't like being on my own.
Beresworth, why aren't you inside cleaning up the recreation room?
'Cause I'm out here talking to my friend.
Inside.
On my way, Mr. Fletcher.
Edith, I'd like to talk to you about finding a place to stay when you get out of here.
Miss Vernon did that.
Yeah, I know that. I meant someplace better. Well, what I mean is that I'd like to help you out financially.
I'm no charity case.
Yeah, I know that. It's just that I've come into quite a lot of money recently, and, well, I won't be using it all.
My pension check's quite enough.
Edith, I don't want to see you ending up in some flea-ridden hovel.
I can't think why you want to help me.
I just do, that's all.
I've been around long enough to know that people don't do things for no reason.
You remind me of somebody.
There must be something more to it than that.
Well, my parents were killed in a car accident when I was 7. And I was brought up by my grandmother. Now, she was one hell of a lady. She went without quite a lot, just so she could keep me. Well, I never really got the chance to thank her, you see, because, well, she died just after I went into the army.
Mr. Fletcher, there'll be others that need the money more than I do. The ones with a future. I've lived my life as I wanted to. And I'm sure your grandmother did too.
Yeah, well, I don't hold with messing with married men.
Yeah, that's why they got put in here in the first place. Doing away with her husband's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know he was married till after we were involved.
No, men, they're all alike. Cheat on their wives, and when the going gets rough, turn around and kick their girlfriends in the teeth.
Don't I know it? Why didn't you just clobber him? Why'd you go for a measly 5,000?
I wanted to hit him where it hurt most.
I like the kid.
Smith, Ferguson, I want a word with you two.
Oh, whatever you say, Miss Bennett.
Did you have to go through the Spanish Inquisition when you arrived?
But I wasn't nearly as good as you.